Book 213. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, and today I'm going to tell you guys about the real reason Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. That's right, the real reason Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. But what is Matthew Daniels talking about? A long time ago, in the area of the earth now known as the United States of America, President Abraham Lincoln signed what is easily the most controversial document he ever signed during his presidency. This document is known in history as the Emancipation Proclamation, but its official title is Proclamation 95. This document, it is said, is the document that gave the enslaved Negroes in the country their freedom. For this act, almost all of the Negroes hailed Lincoln as the greatest of all presidents, and many of them proposed that he was led by the great God himself to free them from their bonds. To the enslaved, Lincoln became a hero, and it was taught to countless generations that he had done this because he understood the evil institution that slavery was, and he was convicted in his heart to end such a wicked system. This view of President Lincoln is not entirely true, however, and the facts surrounding his motives have been obscured by political lies and the misunderstandings of the Negro race. One of my ancestors, no less, was alive when this document was signed, and in fact, he was very close to the president when these events took place. And so, the true history has been passed down directly to me from mouth to ear. I was told that Lincoln did not view himself as the savior of the Negro race from slavery. Instead, he saw himself as the savior of the Union and thus the savior of his country. When the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, several states in the southern parts of the country were in open rebellion, and these states in rebellion sought to secede from the Union and become their own independent country. They were already in the process of trying to make alliances with other European nations across the seas, and their intent was to split the United States of America, which was formed in 1776, into two distinct countries. So, President Lincoln and his war generals convened to discuss the best way to win this rebellion turned war and bring the southern states to their knees. As it stood in those days, the institution of slavery was the foundation and backbone of the southern economy, and Lincoln knew that if he destroyed slavery, he could in essence destroy the economy of the South and thus cripple them and win the Civil War. President Lincoln then wrote a proclamation that freed the slaves in the states which were in rebellion and encouraged them to stop working and to flee their plantations and escape to the north. Then he armed those newly freed slaves, employed them in the Union Army, and set them out front to fight their former masters. Lincoln even said that if he could save the Union without freeing any slaves, he would do it in the blink of an eye. When the South lost their foundation of their economy and the Union gained thousands upon thousands of more troops, the end of the Civil War was inevitable. So, the Negro race gained their freedom, not because President Lincoln cared to end slavery, but because the Confederacy was in open rebellion and the freeing of the slaves was the best war tactic that he and his generals could come up with. And so, the morning motivation of today is the real reason Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Sometimes, when you are stuck in a situation that you cannot seem to get out of, the wicked actions of your enemies towards each other will cancel each other out, and you will find your blessings within their own evil intentions towards each other. When this happens, make the most out of the good which comes your way, but do not think that your enemy did this good in order to help you. The righteous of this world can receive help, even when their help is meant to hurt another. You cannot be held down forever. Remember this and constantly work to improve your condition. And as you live your life, always strive to do that which is good. And remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm still alive to see it, family. I'm out. Good morning.